Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of February 5th, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an Infantry Officer. Regional Operations and Outcomes, West Group of Forces, captured the settlement of Novominsk in the Kharkiv region, dealing significant damage to Ukrainian mechanized, mountain assault, and National Guard brigades across several settlements. Ukrainian losses included over 220 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, 9 pickups, and 4 field artillery guns.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for the latest developments on security and defense operations involving military forces. I'm your host, and today we have an exclusive interview with Colonel AUC Oguntoye, who will provide insights into the progress of the special military operation as of February 5th, 2025. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel, let's start with the bigger picture. How have operations progressed in the last 24 hours?
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to advance in multiple sectors, improving our tactical positions and eliminating enemy assets. Our forces have carried out successful engagements across Kharkiv, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson, targeting Ukrainian formations and disrupting their ability to maintain defensive operations. In addition to direct combat, we have executed precision strikes on key Ukrainian infrastructure, including military airfields, storage sites for drones and electronic warfare equipment, and training grounds for UAV operators. Our air defense systems remain active, successfully intercepting enemy rockets and unmanned aerial vehicles.
Let's go region by region. Starting with the North Group of Forces, what's the latest in the Kharkiv sector?
The North Group has continued offensive actions in the Volchansk area, where we engaged and defeated Ukrainian territorial defense brigades. In this sector, Ukrainian forces suffered 30 personnel losses, along with the destruction of a vehicle, 3 field artillery pieces, and an ammunition depot. This effort has further weakened their ability to hold defensive positions in this region.
The West Group of Forces has reportedly made key advancements. Can you provide an update?
The West Group achieved a major success by liberating the settlement of Novominsk in the Kharkiv region. We engaged mechanized, mountain assault, and National Guard brigades, dealing significant damage across settlements including Kolodezhnoye, Kutkavka, and Yampilovka. Ukrainian losses in these engagements totaled over 220 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, including a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 9 pickup trucks, and 4 field artillery guns, 2 of which were Western supplied. In addition, our forces eliminated 4 Ukrainian electronic warfare stations and 5 ammunition depots, further disrupting enemy logistics and communication.
Moving south, what are the latest developments from the Southern Group of Forces?
The Southern Group continues to push forward, securing more advantageous positions. In the latest engagements, we defeated formations of 3 mechanized and motorized infantry brigades, as well as 2 territorial defense brigades in areas such as Tikhonovka, Belokuzmanovka, and Chasov Yar. Ukrainian forces in this region suffered up to 200 personnel losses, as well as the destruction of an armored combat vehicle, 5 transport vehicles, and 2 ammunition depots. These operations have played a crucial role in limiting Ukrainian mobility and supply chain resilience.
Moving to the Center Group of Forces, where have the latest engagements taken place?
The Center Group has continued deep offensive operations and successfully liberated the settlement of Baranovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. In the surrounding areas, we engaged and defeated 7 mechanized and ranger brigades, along with the Light Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian National Police. Ukrainian forces suffered over 500 personnel losses, along with the destruction of 3 armored combat vehicles, including another U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 9 vehicles, and 2 artillery pieces. This success further consolidates our hold on critical front lines in the Donetsk region.
And what's the status of the East Group of forces?
The East Group remains engaged in offensive actions, targeting enemy tank, mechanized, and marine brigades, along with territorial defense units. We successfully struck enemy positions in Bogodar, Razliv, Razdolnoy, Berlitskoy, and Guliapol. Ukrainian forces in these engagements suffered up to 120 personnel losses, with additional losses including an armored combat vehicle, 3 cars, and 4 field artillery pieces, 2 of which were 155 mm howitzers of U.S. origin, M777 and M198. These operations continue to push enemy formations further back.
Finally, what's the latest from the DNEPR group of forces?
The Dnipro Group inflicted heavy damage on Ukrainian forces operating in Zaporizhia and Kherson. Engaging a mechanized brigade, 3 coastal defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade, our forces targeted Orkhov, Maly Sherbeki, Kamenskoye, Tokarevka, and Pridniprovskoye. Ukrainian forces in this region suffered 60 personnel losses, and we successfully destroyed a tank, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 5 cars, and an artillery piece. These efforts have further eroded Ukrainian defenses in these critical sectors.
Let's talk about air and missile operations. How have Russian forces utilized these capabilities in the past day?
Our operational tactical aviation, strike UAVs, missile forces, and artillery carried out precision strikes on 157 enemy locations. These strikes targeted Ukrainian military airfields, drone launch preparation sites, storage depots, and training facilities for electronic warfare and UAV operators. Our goal has been to disrupt enemy logistics, limit their air reconnaissance, and degrade their overall ability to coordinate operations. The air defense units successfully neutralized 10 MR's rockets and shot down 57 enemy UAVs, ensuring that Ukrainian forces were unable to gain aerial advantages in contested zones.
There have been reports of engagements in the Kursk region. Can you provide an update?
The North Group of forces has continued repelling Ukrainian offensives, engaging 6 mechanized brigades, 3 airborne assault brigades, a Marine brigade for territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade. Enemy forces suffered 325 personnel losses, along with 3 tanks, an armored personnel carrier, 36 armored combat vehicles, and 29 transport vehicles. Our forces also eliminated 3 field artillery pieces and 2 mortars while maintaining pressure on Ukrainian positions.
Colonel, looking ahead, what can we expect in the coming days?
Our forces remain focused on advancing our operational objectives. We will continue to execute precision strikes, degrade Ukrainian logistics, and maintain pressure across all fronts. The Ukrainian forces continue to face significant losses, and we will sustain our momentum to secure further strategic victories.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Today, a Palestinian fighter opening fire at a West Bank checkpoint in Taysir, resulting in the deaths of 2 IDF soldiers and injuries to 8 others. Additionally, there are ongoing discussions and international condemnation regarding Trump's plan for U.S. involvement in Gaza, described as a vision for a Riviera of the Middle East. Furthermore, reports indicate that a recent car bomb in northern Syria has left at least 19 people dead, predominantly women. The situation remains tense amid continued fighting and humanitarian concerns in the region.